What's poppin', world? I hope all is well. Thanks for tuning in. You see the title, let's get into this. For many decades, the society has told men that women are the prize. Now, I'm here to debunk that whole logic, theory, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's go. For something to be called a prize, it's based on its scarcity, right? So, in regards to men and women, we must take into consideration that there are more free and available women in the society than there are men, right? Free and available, meaning not in jail, not in prison, right? Out here free, living a free life. Now, once we cross that barrier, let's also look at the fact that men have to earn their value, right? Over time, men have to build themselves up and earn their value. Women are born with their value, and it's their job to remain pure, stay out of trouble, stay out of mess, keep their name clear, so on and so forth, keep their body clear. You know what I'm getting into, right? So women are born with their value. They just have to maintain it. They have to maintain their value. Now, across the board, men are expected to protect, provide, procreate, problem solve, and whatever it is you want to fill in that blank with, right? Women, on the other hand, outside of bearing children, their roles vary based on who their man is. Remember, a woman was created to be a man's helpmate. Read Genesis 2:18. She was created to be a man's helpmate. Now, once we get past that part, remember, when it comes to marriage and all that good stuff, 99% of the time, a man proposes to a woman and asks her to be his wife. Now, in order for that to happen, this woman has to prove herself in some way, shape, or form to that man that she is worthy of being a wife. So when a woman moves a certain way, a man will ask her, hey, will you marry me? Right? The prize for a woman moving a certain way is a marriage, right? Is a ring. So ultimately, that man is her prize if she moves a certain way and she proves that she can be a good wife to this particular man, right? So, in that sense alone, you can see that the man is the prize. It's never really the other way around. Now, I know you got some women who are starting to propose to men and this and that, but that's rare. And the exception does not make the rule. 9 times out of 10, the man is going to propose to that woman, but that woman has to prove herself to him, prove that she can be a quote unquote honorable wife, right? It doesn't work the other way around. When the man is, on his best behavior, moving a certain way, doing his thing, the woman doesn't drop to her knee, right? That typically doesn't happen. It's the other way around. The woman moves a certain way, and then the man says, I should marry this woman. I should ask her to be my wife. That's generally how it happens, right? That's generally how it happens. Now, moving along, you see these large movements of men dating outside their race. You see this movement of men leaving the country to be with other women, right? These guys are looking at the women here in America and they're saying, nah, they don't deserve the prize. You get what I'm saying? Let that marinate. They're looking at these women and they're saying they don't deserve a prize. They don't deserve a good man. So I'm taking my talents elsewhere, whether it be to another race or a whole nother country. But on the other end of the spectrum, you don't see women by and large moving that way. You don't see communities of women and big, large groups of women saying they're going outside the race, saying they're going outside the country to find a man. You might catch one here or there, but you don't see large groups of them saying that they're going to chase after another group of men. You don't see it by and large. All right, cool. Moving on from that. Men are more than likely to get remarried than women are, right? Men who go through a divorce or get divorced are more likely to get remarried than a woman is. And that's for a reason. Usually, after a woman is married and or has children, she loses a lot of value, right? I'll say that again. When a woman has been married, she's had several sex partners or a sex partner, whatever, other sex partners, or she has children, her value drops drastically. Men of a certain caliber generally don't have that issue, right? Men who are already of a certain value do not lose value, right? Or little to none when they say have a child or have children or they've been married before, right? Men of a certain level, men of a certain value, they can still go out here and get women with no problem, even if they got kids or even if they've been married before. But that's not the same for the women. Now, that's for a reason. The way women are hardwired, a lot of times when they see a man who can get several women or a man who has had several women, that is social proof that that man is a proven man. He's proven himself to be of a certain level of value, right? If he can get multiple women. Women, on the other hand, is the opposite. Men don't want women who have been with a lot of women, right? Or who got all these, men don't want women who have been with a lot of men, right? Men don't want that. Men don't want women who have a lot of children, right? Now, there are some cases where you have women who, have children or who have been married and they can still go out here and get married with somebody else and have kids by somebody else, right? But in most cases, men don't want women who already have children or women who have already been married. Their value drops. Now, so I'm gonna say, well, I know plenty of women, but like I said earlier, the exception doesn't make the rule. And women know this. That's why most women do not want men to know their body count. They don't want men to know how many men they've slept with. That's for a reason. They want to keep that number sacred because they know they lose a lot of value the more guys they have been with. That's not the case for men. Look at your athletes, look at your celebrities, look at guys around the neighborhood community, whatever, who don't have a problem getting women. Even though women know that this guy has been with a lot of women, or those guys have been with a lot of women, they still chase behind those men because those men hold a certain level of value, right? They still hold that value no matter what, right? Moving along. It is more likely to have a household with a mother in the household than it is with her to have, or for children to have a household with, say, the father in there, right? That alone illustrates, now that's not good for men per se, but it shows you the value of having a quote unquote good man, right? Whatever a good man is to you, if you're a woman and you're watching, that shows his value because once again, that man is scarce. He's scarce. So having a good man within that household is valuable. Another reason why the man is the prize. Not to mention, stats show that single mothers do not do as well as single fathers when raising children, right? Because that father is going to instill discipline and structure in that child's life, right? Not saying none of the mothers do, but based on the stats, children do better when they're raised by a single father than they do when they're raised by a single mother. Now, another stat, 61% of men have children versus 86% of women who have children, right? 61% of men have populated the nation. 61%, right? 86% of women, right? So that right there lets you know that there are men, right? Or there are women having children by the same men. That's the best way to put it. There are women, many women, having children by the same men, right? because men of value do not have a problem getting women, right? Men of value do not have a problem with getting women. Another thing, based on dating apps, 20% of the guys, right, are being chosen or having sex with 90% of the women. 20% of the guys are having sex or are being chosen by 90% of the women. That's another sign that a good man is the prize, right? A lot of guys getting ignored out here, right? A lot of women are going after the same guys. They're going after the same guys. That's another way to show that a good man is the prize. Bar none, a good man is the prize, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I have made a case. A man is the prize. A good man is the prize. Not the woman. Remember, there are women everywhere, beautiful women everywhere. But it is getting harder for women to find quality guys. It is getting harder for women to find quality guys. Think about polygamy, right? Think about the whole polygamy, right? You have one man who has multiple wives. You rarely see it the other way around. You have one man who has multiple wives. That is a valuable man. He's the prize, right? He is the prize. You rarely see it the other way around. You rarely see it the other way around. Now, remember, women, since the beginning of time, your value has came in your purity, right? Your virginity, that's where a woman's value lies. Men, on the other hand, have to become. They have to earn it. They have to build themselves up, right? They have to be able to lead, protect, provide, they have to be able to do all those things, right? Problem solve, procreate, right? Build the world, right? Men have built the world. Men have built the world. So guys, listen. And ladies, we love you all. We love you. I love you, right? This is no knock on women. This is no knock on women. Men, you got to realize you are the prize. Continue to become the best version of yourself. You are the prize, right? But if you're a guy and you're a scumbag, or, you're not becoming the best version of yourself, you're lazy, you're this, you're that, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to guys who are striving to become the best version of themselves. Men are the prize. Men are the prize. Ladies, step it up. Learn how to follow a good man. Stop being so masculine. Stop always trying to be solely independent, even when you got a man in your life. I understand if you don't have a man in your life, you got to do what you got to do. You got to be grown. There is going to be independence there. But if you got a good man in your life, follow that man. He is the prize. But that's all I got for you guys. Like the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Share this video. Subscribe to the YouTube. We're growing fast. Come on, guys. We got to get this right. And remember, keep God first. I love you all. Be blessed.